Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Xenonauts 2, Early Access, Milestone 3. As today, the extraterrestrial invasion continues, but we are focused on slightly more terrestrial concerns. For our old friends the Cleaners have once again set up shop, this time just offshore, near the Florida Keys. I mean, obviously the Cleaners are a bit of a step down, a de-escalation from some of the other things we've encountered recently, but this should get us pretty close to maxing out that progress meter. So yeah, Phoenix Squad's already locked and loaded. Let's get in there. See if we can maybe move this plot point along. And hopefully grab a few prizes in the process. Finding and eliminating the leader, VIP, in this command post should effectively shut down cleaner activity in the local region. The VIP is likely to be located in the largest building. Additionally, the various computers in the area are likely to contain valuable data that may help us expose the location of the cleaner HQ. Kill the VIP and evacuate, or capture. Right, so it's another evac mission, dang. So we're not going to get much in the way of salvage on this one, but we'll see what we can do. This is the secure processing area of the docks. Smart place to put up a regional control center. This may explain how our enemies are able to smuggle equipment around the globe with such ease. Yeah. Sweep the area, find the leader, and eliminate them. Intel reports suggest they're in the largest building. Grab whatever data you can from the computers, too. Oh, and enemy reinforcements won't be long. Don't hang about. Rightio. And right off the bat, I am kind of hating where we landed. We're near the corner here, but we've got copious blind spots on three sides. Alright, well, let's poke our heads out. Ah, and there we go. Someone waiting in the wings for a chance to shoot us in the back. Classic XCOM. Let's knock this guy out. No need to be gentle, we're not salvaging most of this stuff anyway. 40 health, no armor. We can just nuke him. Target out. Though, possibly more, still lurking behind these various containers. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. Enemies far side of street. That's fine. We'll set up on either side of the gate here. Though we also have to clear right. At least as best we can. Oh, that's interesting. We can actually get on top of these, well, some of these containers. Those would make for potentially useful purchase for our snipers, but at the same time, I also notice a distinct lack of cover up there. So anyone we actually do put up top would be inherently exposed. Cover right. Actually, you know what? Let's bring Mark over towards this ladder. We'll push him up top next round, even if just to get a peek. And I think we're good. Fingers crossed. Door. And obviously someone taking pot shots at us from the far building. Let's get eyes on. There he is. And, Reimer, can you draw a line of sight? No. Alas. Though I suppose we could blow out that intervening cover. But that feels kind of wasteful. I mean, we could use that on approach. Honestly, easier for us to just rush the guy with a shotty. Though, before we do that, of course, we should check the corners. Looks good, aside from the alley behind us. But we have to commit. We can't afford to be too cautious. I actually do kind of appreciate the timers the more I'm playing this. You know, normally I have very mixed feelings about them, but I have noticed that thus far, none of these timers are like hard timers. None of them immediately end missions with loss conditions. They just change the mission parameters. Which I do honestly find a lot more palatable than just win in X turns or you lose. Nice. I mean, I definitely see it impacting my playstyle. Like, on the one hand, I'm not terrified that I'm going to miss that deadline, but at the same time, I do factor in the looming shift in circumstances as I plan out my actions here. You know, I have to compromise my usual preference for a slow and steady playstyle with something a bit more aggressive and objective-driven. I'm outside of my comfort zone, but not to an extreme degree. Which I do find interesting. I like being off balance. I don't like things to be overly predictable. But at the same time, you know, much like in many of the games where you do have, like, Overwatch spam, if there's no real punishment or impetus to push the player away from that tactic, then yeah, people are going to use it all the time. I mean, I used the crap out of it back in Jagged Alliance 3, and it did trivialize many threats, while simultaneously slowing those fights down to a crawl, you know? To a certain extent, that was also a problem back in the Firaxicom games. Though they at least tried to address it there with more varied mission objectives, including ones that were very clearly introduced to directly discourage that sort of slow, steady Overwatch creep. Like the whole meld mechanic. Oof, this map's a lot deeper than I realized. We might have to pick things up a bit here. Though, with any luck, our target is inside this building just off to our right. Oop, hello there. Provoke? Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll just nuke him. Can't afford to slow down. Shoot, right, yeah, okay. I was thinking explosive damage cut right through armor, but that's clearly not the case. But that's fine. Random? And keep him covered. Yeah, we're going double shield with our forward group because I knew we'd have to move a lot more aggressively on this one. Plus, of course, once we do find our target, I am going to try to make a good faith effort to take him alive. At which point one of our shieldmen will dump their shield so they can shoulder carry our target back to the chopper, whilst the other one keeps them covered. Let's get a peek on the side street. Huh. Seems pretty clear. We'll just have Jay and Mark hold tight. But we will bring up Henrik. Not much point in keeping him back here. Door. Alright, breach. Aha! There we go. Take him out. Oh my. Well, that could have gone better. But that's fine. Finish him off. Or not. Yeah, should have just led with that. I think the MG's best use is Overwatch. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we'll take those. And let's push up on this other door as well. We'll hit him from 2 angles. Oh, okay. And another. I think we've found the right building. Nice. Just prepping for entrance next round. Get another peek on that side street. Huh, still nothing. Gotta say, the enemy density out here is much lower than I was expecting. We only saw, like, 2 on approach. Though I suppose they may have deliberately made this first part easy, just to lull us into a false sense of security. You know, before those reinforcements hit the field. Three inside. Oh, shoot. Okay. We did have one behind us. You sneaky snake. Target down. Hold. And breach. Let's get this done. 3 in sight, plus 4 computers. No sign of our VIP. We've got to make this quick, so let's go heavy. Again, no need to worry about salvage. We'll nuke as needed. Okay, that's got to be our VIP. Bag 'em and tag 'em, boys. Let's get this done. 2 turns left on the clock. Two targets out. Bowman covered. Clear the third. And grab intel on approach. Honestly, kind of shocking they don't make that cost AP. Actually, let's lock down that VIP. We don't want him pulling a runner. Target suppressed. Now, clear the third. Assuming we can. We're still pretty distant. Ooh, we are cutting this a whole lot closer than I'd like. A lot of this is going to come down to where those reinforcements spawn. But, you know, worst case scenario, we'll nuke the target, then fighting withdrawal. Can you double flashbang? I'm not sure if it actually stacks. We'll see what that guy does. If he gets off even a single shot, then it didn't work. And cover the far door. Just in case we've got anyone in that side room. Okay. Still looks clear. So, I think we're good. Hold. Okay. Suppress cannot be stacked. Fair enough. That is good to know. Alright, let's cap our target. Reinforcements are in next round, so we've got to go. Oh, for goodness sake, come on, man. We're gonna have to burn some stun power. Fall down, please. Thank you. And push. Hopefully, Punny and... Oh, shoot. I don't think we're gonna get close enough. Well, crap. This is less than ideal. No way Bowman gets it done. We'll just flash, give it one more round. Oh, Bowman, why? Alright, okay, well, let's start moving to flank, I guess. Actually, maybe can... Well, no, all he's got left is a demo charge. Oh, which actually... You know what? Yes, okay, yeah, that works. A grenade would have actually killed him, but a demo charge is just 25 damage. And check the side. Still clear. I mean, it's entirely possible there's just no one over there, but at the same time, I feel like the second we stop checking, someone's going to move to flank. Speaking of which, let's get Heinrich on this alley here. That does feel like the most obvious place for reinforcements to roll in. Oh, hi there. Watch out! Enemy reinforcements have started arriving. Time to make an exit. Yeah, working on it. Okay, 2 far back. 2 on right flank. 2 on left flank. Okay, yeah, let's tag and bag, clear the side room, then regroup in lobby. We gotta go. Addy for the knockout. Then Punny will carry. Nice. Clear the side. Hopefully we've just got the one in there. Oh, Andy, buddy. Hey, there you go. Side secured. Plus 2 more terminals. We'll cache those on the way out. Does inventory management actually cost AP? No? Okay. That is very good to know. Might as well grab the SMG then. Fall back. Yeah, we'll set up near these windows, then next round we'll sprint across the street. I figure 3, 4 rounds to evac. And, we'll just close that. Why not? Let's start pulling Jay back, but we'll have Mark hold. No, you know what? We'll have Jay hold for one more round. Might actually see some action now that the reinforcements are on site. But Heinrich, we definitely need him to fall back. We'll get him repositioned for Overwatch. That's fine, bud. Just hang tight. I know it's been pretty quiet so far, but... Oh. And there we go. Turns out we did have guys over there. They were just waiting for backup. Knew they were trying to lull us into a false sense of security. Alright, let's continue making our exit. Grab the intel. No way Addy and Punny make it across the street, so they'll have to set up by the door. With Indy providing cover. Sides clear. And hold. Yeah. Indy holds the door. Bowman cuts across. Canuck cuts across. We'll get the machine gun on the gate. We'll get Heinrich onto a perch. Actually, perch might be too exposed. We'll just keep him undercover. These guys are rocking rifles. Addy, punny. Let's get you lined up. Yeah, this actually works out great. Okay, feeling pretty good about this, he said, seconds before disaster. Nice. Less nice. How much was that? I didn't... Okay, marks at 60. Take him out. Target missed. And mark. Just hang tight, bud. I don't know if I want to pull you down just yet. That's a huge risk. We've got 3 coming in on that side, but at the same time, you know. Addy, lose the shield. Yes, there we go. That's much better. But yeah, with Mark, I'm worried about him. We have 3 enemies coming in on right, but I'm also not keen to make that one big blind spot. I've really got to whip up more Warden armor. Oh, shit. Okay, you're fine. Keep moving. Oh, God. Keep moving. Alright, well that wasn't great. Medic? Oh gosh, that's... Alright, let's hope that's enough. Can anyone get eyes on? Target acquired. Nuke the cover. Cover cleared. And Canuck. Suppressing fire! Target permanently suppressed. Well done. One more on left, 3 on right. Punny's bleeding out. We've got to get her patched. But that'll have to be next round. Yeah, Mark. Fall back, bud. And here we go. Oof. Light ding on Canuck. How are we on health? Oh, like 20%. Medic. That'll at least get her back to the chopper. Let's pop this guy. Oh. Oh, you fucker. Okay, yeah, we have to go for it. Target down. Let's see, how are we gonna... Nice. And lose the shoddy. Plus the shells. Perfect. I really wasn't sure we'd ever actually snag one of these guys. They only seem to pop in on evac missions. I'm actually really tempted to go for that corpse too, but I feel like I've already pushed our luck way too far here. Punny almost died just crossing the street. So, yeah, I think we really got to call it. Which means we should also really start reeling in Jay. Come on, bud. We're already more chewed up than I would have liked. That's actually kind of a problem right now. Since we literally just spread our troops thin over 2 bases. Gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Visual? No. And bounce. Random, can you... Yes, perfect. Ah, shoot. Okay, fair enough. We have 3 coming in on right, but we took out the 2 behind us. So, as long as we keep cover on our right, we should be good. And are we good? Right. Eddie, just hold. I would have her cover door, but we had her dump her shield. Enemy in sight. Oh, and wave 2. Yep, we're done. Goodbye. Please don't shoot me. Thank you. Mission complete. A little tense there towards the end. 2 near deaths, but not bad. Not bad. Got our primary objective, plus a boatload of data, and a bonus cleaner. Oh, man. Now I really am second-guessing on whether I should have tried grabbing that other corpse, though. Oof, 3 injured. No, we pushed our luck plenty. I feel like we walked away with some decent prizes here. That should actually get us really close to 100% on cleaner progress. No medals, but I am seeing some decent gains here, so yeah, I feel like I'm pretty happy with this one. And look at that. Cleaner headquarters. Good news, Commander. We're done. I've decrypted the entire Cleaner network, which means we know exactly how every part of their organization connects together. Most importantly, this means we now know where their headquarters is. We have the opportunity to destroy the base and eliminate the Cleaner leadership, finally putting a permanent end to their operations. The target is a hardened military facility buried deep beneath the volcanic rock of Iceland. It was originally constructed by the United States to serve as a clandestine nuclear silo, but was hurriedly abandoned in 1962, once the pesky locals figured out what the research outpost actually was. It's not clear when the base was reactivated. In fact, there are no reports of activity in the area at all, which is rather concerning. It means the cleaners are somehow operating completely undetected by both Western and Soviet intelligence agencies. Trust me, that isn't easy. The facility is situated in the middle of a frozen wasteland, which means it must need large deliveries of fuel and other essential supplies every few weeks. You can't hide that level of activity from satellites, yet they have. Something strange is going on. We have absolutely no idea what might be waiting inside that facility, Commander, so you need to be careful. But I want answers, and we all want revenge. I've marked the mission site on the geoscape for when you feel ready. So cleaner headquarters on the map, huh? And there it is. Wow, that is a huge boost to monthly income, though it does also end cleaner missions, which are themselves a halfway decent source of low-risk loot and XP. We'll just put a pin in that for now. Nicely done, Raiders. Let's get you home. Interrogate Cleaner Soldier. Very nice. With 2.5 days left on our current project. Okay, give me a sec. I'll get our squad reset. Then we'll have a chat with our new guest. Hey, we're back. And as you can see, I've got new projects in the works, because it turns out that now that we've actually revealed the cleaner headquarters, we no longer need the cleaner data. That is all just loot to be sold now. And honestly, fairly valuable loot too, 25,000 at full value. The downside, of course, being that there is a depreciating value the more we sell at once, to the tune of $500 per. So we'll sell it in batches over the next few months, try to maximize those gains. I want to say value degradation resets at the end of each month, but given that we're less than a week out to payday, I figure it doesn't hurt to wait and see. Especially since it already gave us enough to get those accelerated sniper rifles going. That said, let's push out towards payday. We'll get our current project done, have a chat with our new guest, and then I think we'll be at a good place to call it. Interceptor on site at Excommunicado. Oh, speaking of which, once we get that Sidewinder shipped over, that will be a fully functional base. Right. We want to transfer it, not sell it. That would have been slightly awkward. And quantum teleportation. I have long believed that the aliens are using some form of faster-than-light FTL drive to visit our world, and I have now finally validated my theories by identifying the UFO component responsible. Although the exact mechanism is still unclear, this alien hyperdrive appears to work via the principles of quantum teleportation. Fanciful though it may sound, this apparently allows the vessel to instantaneously jump to a new location without needing to traverse the intervening space. Our enemies possessing viable FTL technology would explain much about this invasion that is otherwise difficult to understand. Most notably, the fact that cosmic distances are so unimaginably vast that conducting interstellar warfare should be virtually impossible in practice. Furthermore, it would also explain the origin of the strange quantum disturbances that I have been using to track extraterrestrial activity, and the unusually abrupt manner in which alien craft appear to enter and exit our skies. While this knowledge alone brings us no closer to discovering the source of the invasion, gaining access to the hyperdrive and its navigational systems may provide the information we need. Unfortunately, the device stubbornly refuses to respond to our signals. This does not mean it is uninterested in communication, however. It is continually probing its surroundings with a repeating signal. The only response came from the electronic components within a Mentarch corpse, which appeared to establish a channel with the hyperdrive. But with the creature dead, no data was ultimately exchanged. I therefore suggest you try to capture a Mentarch alive. It is certainly plausible these bizarre creatures play some role in the alien hyperdrive system. I mean, I feel like we already captured one alive, unless you killed it when I wasn't looking. Though I suppose it also certainly wouldn't be the first time one of these reports kind of made assumptions about what order we'd be doing things in. And yes. Okay, we can still do the next stage of the main quest line. Alien Origins. Which takes a full half month to complete, but comes with yet another funding boost. Though really, we should definitely get some of this other stuff banked before we dig into that one. Starting, I think, with this. Because yes, I am very curious. It was an interesting move to make it so the lower-end cleaner agents were no longer being mind-controlled, just misled. But I am still operating under the assumption that the higher-ranking soldiers are mentally influenced, much like the general was. But we'll know soon enough. Assuming, of course, the aliens cooperate. Let's get those sidewinders fitted. And now we wait. I should really expand our scan range. Get some new retcon radars going. Interrogation. Cleaner Soldier. There has always been something vaguely inhuman about our masked cleaner foes, Commander. Close observation of the captured soldier only makes this more obvious. Our captive spends most of their time staring blankly into space, exhibiting no frustration at being confined within a specimen tube. They appear content to eat any meal provided to them, showing surprisingly little concern about revealing their face when doing so. The prisoner still seems capable of speech, albeit not particularly coherently. However, they proved highly resistant to our interrogation techniques, showing no reaction to physical pain and appearing oblivious to any attempts at psychological pressure. My suspicion is that the electronic implants embedded within the subject's brain are capable of altering sensory input. The captive may exist in a dreamlike state, seeing and feeling only what their extraterrestrial masters wish them to experience. Cleaner soldiers may thus be unaware of the realities of their situation, fully capable of carrying out complex tasks, yet robbed of any ability for higher thought. If so, it is little wonder the aliens have come to rely so heavily on these obedient thralls. Unfortunately, I believe these implants also provide advantages in combat. One suspects they improve marksmanship, and the ability to ignore physical pain would certainly explain the unusual durability of these troops. Okay, yeah, so mind control. That certainly does track. Though apparently a slightly different type than the one used on our general friend. Oh, right, because we don't actually have a corpse, we just have the living captive. Shoot, yeah. And once again, I am regretting not grabbing for that corpse when we had the chance, though. Though we cut it really close to the wire there, so who knows what would have happened if I'd tried. I'm sure we'll get more opportunities. We're going to leave the cleaners active for at least another month or two. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and... let's do something short. We'll carve up a civilian. And there's our payday. Day 61. Okay, so end of day 60. So we get paid every 30. Noted. Slightly less cash this time around, I feel like. But still enough to push us over 2 mil. So that's a fair chunk of change to work with. I'll have to mull over our options, crunch some numbers, but I'll take care of that off screen. Oh, shoot. They're traveling in packs. That's problematic. Might have to double up on interceptors sooner rather than later. That's like half our funds right there. Let's see how we do. Actually, do we have to fight both at once? We'll go for one bail if things get bad. Shit, okay. Well, that answers that. And yeah, that's a pretty predictable result. That is fair. I know it's unfinished. Could you at least give me a quick primer or something? No? Can I not reposition? I don't know how any of this works. Well, I wish you luck, Nameless Pilot. I'm sure you'll be fine. Oh, God. Holy shit. Hey, look at that. We did it. My goodness, I had no influence over how anything played out there. But you know what? I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Yes, we're gonna have to get new interceptors up and running. I guess that'll have to be our big expense this month. And there's our autopsy. Autopsy Civilian. The reptilian creature known as the Civilian is an imposing physical specimen, standing roughly 2 meters tall and weighing almost 150 kilograms. It appears to be warm-blooded, with sharp claws and savage teeth that imply a carnivorous diet and predatory origin. The majority of this body mass can be attributed to the unusually heavy skeleton and scaled hide of the creature, with the remainder consisting largely of raw muscle. Unsurprisingly, this hulking physique makes the creature rather difficult to kill in battle. Furthermore, rumors are circulating among your soldiers that civilians possess some form of rapid regenerative ability. This appears a plausible claim given almost 10% of their blood consists of coagulants and unspecified stem cells, although capturing a live specimen should allow us to verify the facts of the matter. Which we've already done, but thanks. Despite its fearsome appearance, the subject possesses a well-developed brain that implies only slightly less intelligence than an average human, i.e. similar to one of our engineers. However, these creatures are reportedly ponderous by nature, and react slowly to unexpected situational changes. Thankfully, the remarkable physical attributes of a civilian are somewhat offset by their vision, which is superb at short distances, but rapidly becomes indistinct as range increases, perhaps implying the natural habitat of these creatures is thick vegetation. Civilians are thus best engaged at distance, beyond the reach of their deadly claws, and where their marksmanship is compromised by their poor eyesight. Right. So nothing really new there. Any new projects? No. We've got about 12 days to kill before we have to get that next plot project going. Let's go ahead and start working on Scions next. How are we doing on those rifles? 2 ready to go. Okay. 2 more in the works, likely to be at least a week before our next mission. Yeah, let's go ahead and transfer these over. Generally speaking, I want to split all of our special gear half and half between the 2 bases. You know what? I'm just getting bogged down in bookkeeping here. We've got to shuffle gear around, get those new interceptors going, start on some new facilities, bring in new recruits. We want at least 18 soldiers at each base. Oh, we need a med bay. We need a med bay at Excommunicado. That is the one main facility they're still distinctly lacking. So yeah, this feels like a good place to call it. We'll hit the pause button for now. I'll take care of all that off-screen bookkeeping. And we will pick up here next time as the invasion continues, and we desperately try to keep up with that curve. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Revenant, Alois, CrowkingLoR, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, Theory V23, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz, Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.